Alright, so somebody sent me a video about Denmark, and I want to check it out. Probably not what you think. Yeah, a lot of shit going on with Denmark and the US right now. We're not here to talk about that, though. We're here as an American. I'm going to learn from the Danish, and hopefully, at the end of this video, I will send it to the State Department and tell them to take a chill pill. Alright, we're checking out Denmark's forest kindergartens. This came in as a recommendation. You told me that this would give Americans nightmares, but I'm pretty sure that if it is what I think it is, I'm 100% for it. I grew up in the forest, so I'm all for this video. Let's see what we got going on. Smash like button and let's dive in. Volume up. Children need classrooms. Books. In the forest?
Up there! Up there!
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god, they're gonna freeze out here in the forest.
I was very worried about the water.
What is
Once in a while, there's a child, I'm freezing.
What did you think when you came from England and you first saw kids playing like this?
It freaked me out.
Four-year-old Nicola Towns is joining her kindergarten friends in the forest. But they're not on an excursion. This forest is their kindergarten.
Se, her er små troldøer, her er også trolde oppe i den her skov.
There are trolls in the forest?
Troldene har taget deres ører af.
It's freezing today, only 5 degrees.
Is it like a plant? A trollier? Is it?
Breeze.
I don't know. It looks like he was holding a plant.
But even when it's raining, snowing or minus 20 degrees, you'll find these children playing and learning outside.
Den der kravler der.
Det er en tusindben.
Så her bor de inde under om vinteren. Så sådan passer insekter på dem selv. De kan bo inde under barken.
It might sound extreme, but it's not unusual in Denmark, where
Not really. Ooh, what kind of mushrooms are those? You got the pine cone?
10% of the preschools, about 500 of them, are forest kindergartens. They're run
This
by
is so cool.
pedagogues like Johan Leigård, someone with a university degree in human development.
Nej, hvad gør vi så? Hopper I bare ned her, eller hvad? I løber bare. Aha!
You have a lot of visitors come from overseas to see how you do things here. How do they react?
They are thinking, what are we doing? And when do you learn to go to school? And why there is no fence? And wow.
You know how much learning these kids are actually getting, though, being out in the forest? Probably more than in the classroom.
It's important for young children to learn what it is to maybe be cold, what it is to be wet, and survive that. My name's Jane William Sigfridson. I came to Denmark over 20 years ago and was amazed at the outdoor things that young children were doing, and I now live and work here.
Jeg skal bare styre. Det her er et skib.
Jane's the author of a book on forest education in Denmark. She's brought me to a forest kindergarten near her home outside of Viborg.
He's in the tree, and it's only a very thin sapling tree that's very, very wobbly. It takes an awful lot of balance to sit in that and use both hands at the same time. In an ordinary playground, they wouldn't have the opportunities to develop those physical skills.
Jane runs outdoor education workshops for teachers and carers from around the world, including Australia. While we've been talking, the kids have moved on to their next activity.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Are you going to tell me this isn't as dangerous as it looks?
No, it's not dangerous. The children have learned how to use the knives properly. So it's not seen as some kind of weapon. It's a tool for doing something,
Great.
such as whittling. I think many cultures like to wrap their children up in cotton wool. I don't think that's about a lack of love here for children by their parents. They see it in a different way. That in fact, children should have the chance to be free.
I love this so much. I just gotta say, I'm I love a video when I stop talking. If you guys have ever seen me before, if I get kind of enthralled in it, I just sit there and just watch because I'm so interested. I think this is amazing. I think all schools should do this. Have like outdoor, pretty interesting to see them handling knives. Like, you are right, you probably would not see that here in the States. You know, some of us, especially in different areas, teach our children how to use knives, guns as well, and how to respect them. It's when you know, teaching a child actually what it does, how to respect it, the proper way to use it, the proper way to store it, knives, pretty much anything dangerous. But this is fantastic. I love this. I miss being a kid, man. Their imaginations, like when they were sitting there climbing on the tree and they were saying they were on a ship, I was like, their imaginations are so much bigger than ours.
So what's your approach to safety here?
You have to use your brain, and if you trust that the kids, they can take care of themselves.
Matti, are you
It's pretty high up.
Anything?
Nothing at all.
I was watching this boy climb to the very top of the tree, other boys hitting the log with the stick very close to each other. I couldn't see you or anyone else.
I was standing up there and I saw it too.
You saw it?
Yes.
You weren't worried?
No. That's a part of the play almost every day. And they learn to be careful. Sometimes they hit, yes, they got a little accident. But that's the way to learn.
Yeah, 100%.
Only once I have to drive to the hospital with a boy with a big injury in 17 years. So I'm not worried.
Only one time to the hospital in 17 years. That's really good.
What was the injury?
It was a parent who drove over a foot of a kid.
It was the parents' fault. Gosh.
The world's first forest kindergartens were founded in Scandinavia in the early 50s. Today they're also popular in Germany, Austria and Switzerland. Some locations are more challenging than others. Johann's kindergarten sits less than 100 metres from a fjord, but there aren't any fences because they're not needed.
Why do you stop here, Carl?
Don't want to get too close to the water.
Man skal have en pædagog med deroppe fra, inden man går over.
A pedagogue.
I think one of the big things that I see here is the amount of trust that there is in Denmark. That there is no formal inspection of kindergartens. There's no one that comes round and checks up that you're doing what you should be doing.
Gotta teach him how to skip rocks.
But how easy is it for parents like Nicola's mother Nadia to trust the pedagogues and their own kids?
I know my sisters, so they can run down to the water. I was like, yeah, but they don't do that. You know, they know where they're allowed to go to. They don't.
You trust them. Do you think a lot of it's based on trust?
A lot.
But I must say I'm happy that I'm not down here during the day, because I'm a bit worried when Emil crawls into the top of a tree.
So you're happy that you can't see it?
Yeah. I am.
Man, I used to take off every day. I would just wander the forest for hours. We would literally, the sun would come up, we'd eat breakfast. This is in the 90s. My parents would just leave and go to work and then leave all 4 of us at home, and we would just roam. Literally up in the mountains of Southern California, which a little bit different, not as cold unless it was wintertime, but still pretty crazy. Bears, some wildlife that was, you had to keep an eye out for, bobcats, mountain lions, but always did well. I don't know.
At Nadia's house, I meet her husband, Paul. He's English. Danish forest kindergartens came as a big culture shock.
In England, kids can be harmed in any way, you know, falling out of a tree or something like that. Then they won't allow it.
There are just a handful of forest kindergartens in the UK. The US only opened its first in 2007. Australia 5 years ago.
What do you think it is about Denmark?
I would sign my kids up for this.
They can get away with that, but they can't in England.
It's hard to explain. I really don't know what it is about the Danes. It's just a very relaxed frame of mind they've got about things. Everything.
One of the main reasons Nadia and Paul have sent both Nicola and her 6-year-old sister Jessica to a forest kindergarten is their fear that the virtual world is distracting the girls from the natural one.
As soon as they come home, all they want to do is play the iPad.
100%.
That's what they want to do. Well, you know, that worries us that they'll do that. So we try to encourage them to go outside and play more.
Surely not everyone's convinced about the value of an outdoor education. This is Jessica's primary school. I've come here because I thought the teachers might be concerned at how kids from a forest kindergarten struggle to adapt in the classroom.
Do you notice any difference between her and the kids who've come from normal kindergartens?
Not at all. They are all prepared to go to school. My own son went to forest kindergarten.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you never had any worries about how he would go at school with
No,
our children?
not at all.
What do you think about the idea that the children should be using their time in kindergarten to start to learn some reading, some writing, some maths, to get ready for school?
I think this is work spoiled because they are not ready. You have to learn them to be interested in learning.
Over the last 20 years, the number of outdoor kindergartens in Denmark has roughly doubled. And now the forest gospel is spreading. Even schools are looking to take the class outdoors.
Now there's a lot of research
that would be interesting.
That shows that children are less stressed, that children concentrate more, that children are ill less often, that their motor development is far, far better for being outdoors than indoors.
It's like the literal opposite of staring at a screen, you know, where you're less concentrated, and then have you ever taken something like an electronic away from a child and they freak out? You know, when we sent our kids to public school, all of a sudden when we went in for kind of like their welcome day, they all had laptops. I was so blown away. I was like, why laptops? Like, my kids don't even have iPads. I'm like, now they're staring at a screen, which I don't know. I don't want to get down a rabbit hole with it, but I think this is amazing. This is great.
And a lot of teachers is, getting, yes, I can, oh, it works. So I'm happy.
Great video. Wow, I absolutely love that. Thanks for the recommendation, you guys. That was cool. I gotta send this to my wife. I gotta show her. All right, I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.